Please watch the video in high quality. This video shows how to calculate map bounding box coordinates from a center coordinate in C#. It gets the 2-point representing the longitude and latitude of the minimum point, or we could call it the bottom left corner, and the maximum point, or the longitude and latitude of the top right point. This can be used when using a bounding box in the map or in a map API settings, or to scale the map to real-world dimensions. And an example is embedding the MapBox Static Images API in Unity. So here is the code, and I'll go through it. So at the beginning, I have a public double variable that represents the center longitude. So it's the longitude of this point, and that we need to get the calculations going. And then also the center latitude also for this point, so long and latitude, and the required width and height, which is the width and height of the map that is required to be. So, and then we'll have two public variables that represent the result as array. So one array is one array has two value. Will have two value. One is the long and lat double values of the minimum or bottom left corner of the map, and the other one is also an array of type double that has two values. One is the longitude, and the next value is the latitude of the max or the top right corner of the map. So the code will provide these two points, or the bounding box of the map in a form of a list or arrays of two values of type double. The first is longitude, the second is latitude. So the code contains mainly two methods, and we'll go through the first one, which is based on a Stack Overflow answer by David M. And I'll put a link to the description to that answer. And what it does, it's return a point of long and latitude in that format in decimal degree using a start point, which is also in the format of long and latitude, also in decimal degree, and a distance from it in meters, and bearing, which is the angle measured in clockwise from the north in radians. So what does this method requires? It's need a start long in degree, and the start latitude in degree, and double distance, and the bearing in radians. So first it used the variable of earth radians and the value of it in meters, and then the start. So in the picture I could explain. So in the method we will pass the center point as the start long and start lat in degree, and then we'll give the bearing of that point in from the north, that bearing here, and we'll ask and the distance between this point and the desired distance we need, and that method would return the result point. So we will call this method twice, give it the center and then the bearing, for example, from here to here, and the distance to get that point lat and long. And we do it again by giving that bearing from the north up to here, and the center also, long and lat, and the distance, and it will return to us the coordinate or longitude and latitude of this point. Okay, so first, so we have the Earth radians as a value in meters, and then we'll have the start lat in radians and the start long in radians, because we got them in degree, but the calculations later in this method requires those value in radians. So here we're just converting them in radians. And then we'll get the target lat in radians, which is the latitude of this target or this target. And here it's get calculated through an equation. And also we get the target longitude in radians. And after that, we return those values as a list or array of doubles. But we before return them, because we got the result in radians and we need them in degree. So we just convert the value from radians to degree. The next method is where it returns this one. It returns a bounding box in a format. It's an array of type double. The first element is the minimum longitude, this value, and the second is minimum latitude, this value. The third uh, 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 element is the maximum longitude, this value, and the fourth is the maximum latitude, this value. So we pass to it, or the parameters would be the center in terms of, or in the form of longitude, latitude, and that would be in decimal degree. And the map width and map height also we pass it to this methodology. So based on this, it will does the calculation, call these method we just went through over it, and get these 2 points accordingly. So first it will calculate the distance, and that's a hypotenuse calculations. So in short, in order to get the distance between the center and the maximum point, in this case, we call the math square root, and then we'll get the math power, and we get, because we need so this is what we need, and it's the hypotenuse. What it needs is we need to use these two values. So this would be equivalent, because from here to here is the height. So here will be the half of the height. So that's the height divided by 2. And here to here, that's half of the width, because that's the whole width. So from that triangle, we could, because we know the width and we know the heights, and so this would be half width, this half height, and we could get the distance of that hypotenuse. So we get that here, and then we get the top right bearing, and that would be in we need it in radians, because this method would take it in radians. So we get the a tan, or the reverse tan, and also similarly, because the tan would be the value of this side of that triangle, which is half of the width, and that would be divided by this side of the triangle, which is half of the height over here. And then so we get the bearing as well. And similarly, to get that bearing of, so because we later we need to get the so this is the bearing for this point. To get the bearing for this point, which is from here all the way to here, we know this line or hypotenuse, or this direction would be the opposite of that one. And because we already calculated that bearing, so that would be just that bearing plus 180. And we know that 180 degree in bearing, that would be the equivalent of 3.14159. So we got the bearing of both lines. Then it's just a matter of getting the bottom left, this by passing the center long and lat through to use it. And so we just gonna call this method over here. So we pass the center long and lat, which is, we know it, and then the distance we also calculated over here, and then the bottom left bearing, which we calculated over here. It's that all that bearing. And then similarly, we get the top right by passing the center long and center lat, and this distance we calculated based on a hypotenuse equation, and then the top or the top right bearing, which is that one over here. And so based on that, we got the results, and then we could just return them in a form of a list. And just to test that, I have another method which we are gonna use in Unity Editor. So I'll create a button in Unity Editor, and once the button would be linked to this method. So once the button is clicked, this method would be called, and what it does, it's define a list called bounding box, and that list will contain the will call this method and pass to it the longitude, center, longitude, latitude, center, and the map width and map height, which is the user should give or we should know, and then it will return the minimum longitude and latitude in terms of array here, and another one for the maximum array here. Okay, so yeah, this is roughly is the code, all it's required. So if I save, and then we'll use this code in Unity Editor. So in the Unity Editor, I'll just create a button, UI, button of type Text Mesh Pro, and import Text Mesh Pro Essentials. And then I'll select the button and change, keep the position as it is. I'll just change its X and Y to 0. So I'll keep the anchor as it is and the pivot as it is. And we'll change the width to 300 and the height to 50. And I'll just zoom to the button to see how it's look like. And then I will change the text of the button to be, for example, get map corners, and then I'll just change its font size to maybe 35. Okay, and then I'll just create an empty game object to hold the script. So right click, create empty, and we'll just call it map corners. And then inside the assets folder, I'll create a new folder, call it scripts. And inside that folder, I'll create, right click, and create C# script, and we'll call it map corners. And inside that file, I'll just paste the code we will just went through. But before that, so I'll need to assign it to that empty game object, and we'll click on it to see it's here. Yes. So I'll just double click on it to open it in Visual Studio. And in Visual Studio, I'll just paste the same code we just went through, exactly the same. And here it is. That's all of it. Okay, so if I save and go back to the Unity project or Unity editor, and so I'll just need to assign the code to the button. So I will select the button and go to adding on a click event. So I'll press click the plus, and then because the code is attached to this game object, so I'll just drag it to here so I could access its code, scripts and functions. So this is the map corners code in it. So I'll hover over it and then go to our method, which was it's called get map corners on click, which calls this method and call this method call the other methods. So yeah, I'll just go there and go to map corners and then select get map corners on a click. And so now if we select this script just to see what's going on. And if I click play, just to test that script, I could, so there's default value, but here you could enter or paste in your the latitude and longitude of the center. So of that point that you need, which is the center of the map, you enter them here. And then the map width and height, the desired width and height. For example, I could say 1000 over here or so on. And and then by pressing the button, Get Map Corners, you will see that these two values got populated as a result. And what these are is that min, long, long. It's the longitude and latitude in decimal degrees format of this point, which is we could say the minimum values, or the bottom left corner of the map value, and then the other value, the max long lat, which is this point, which it will return the longitude and latitude, and also in decimal degree format. So yeah, that's about it. This is how we could calculate map corners coordinates from center coordinates in C# and Unity. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and click the notifications button to help me make more videos like this.